Our next guest should prepare himself to be insulted because we've never heard of his restaurant chain. It is Huddle House. Now, I have never heard of it, okay? I don't think Stein has. Ashley, you've never heard of this, have you? Right.
Most Americans have, though.
The guest is Michael Apt, and he is the CEO of Huddle House.
Listen, you have a standing offer to come down to the South and visit us anytime, guys. You might have to alter the accent just a bit, but come on down.
You've got 355 locations?
We do.
We've not heard of you?
No. Well, we're coming to this area. We have a restaurant open in East Orange. Newark is opening up the next few weeks, so you have an opportunity to get to us if you want.
I will bet that you are rapidly automating your restaurant system as rapidly as you can, because you don't like $15 an hour, you don't like Obamacare. No. You are automating rapidly, aren't you?
We are. We're trying to evolve. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to keep up with that. If you think about going from $7 or $8 an hour to $15 an hour, it essentially doubles the cost of your crew wages. Sales in the restaurant industry grow at maybe 1% to 2% a year if you're lucky. So if you're going to double your crew wages, there's no way to keep up with it from a sales standpoint.
How far can you go with automation? I mean, with the ordering from tablets using kiosk, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You doing all of that?
Yeah, that's it. So there's ordering at the table that helps a little bit. There's equipment on the back line. There's productivity efficiencies with with training, but it's going to be very difficult to compensate for it. I think what you're going to see a lot of employers do is I think you're going to see them try and find ways to do more with fewer people, which is going to have the reverse effect, and more people may be out of work that are minimum wage employees.
Does Mark Stein have a comment on Huddle House?
Yeah, well, aside from the fact that I like the look of those stuffed hash browns, which is a brilliant idea, I think there's a limit to because surely the point about a place like Huddle House is that it's like convivial and friendly, and a real-life flesh and blood waitress is a part of that, surely.
That's right, yeah. So it's going to change the complexion of a business a little bit when you order from a tablet versus somebody coming over that's saying, hey, hon, hey, darling, how you doing today? It changes the experience in the restaurant.
You don't want that, do you? You don't want to change the experience.
We don't necessarily want to do that.
But you're being pushed into it?
We are, and most of our restaurants are in the southeast, so we're insulated from it a little bit, but at some point we know that the minimum wage is coming.
You've got to be, well, that's minimum wage, $15, et cetera, et cetera. The other story is Obamacare.
Yeah, you mentioned Obamacare.
You've got to be really frustrated that they haven't done anything.
Yeah, it's frustrating that they can't work together to make something happen. For our franchisees who have under 50 employees, it's a disincentive for them to build another restaurant, to create more jobs, because it's just going to put more of a financial burden on them to have to cover insurance once they go over that 50-employee minimum threshold there. So
you're lobbying hard?
Well, we're doing what we can. The National Restaurant Association, we support them. They do a great job lobbying for us in Washington, and things like they make a big difference on a daily basis.
What's the difference between Huddle House and Waffle House? You both sell waffles, don't you?
A lot.
A lot, yeah. Okay.
So the buildings are significantly different. We have a completely different menu platform than they do. We have fryers. They don't have fryers. Everybody loves fried food. We're in a lot more smaller towns.
They're your big competitors, right?
They're one of our competitors. The other big competitor is McDonald's, because we have very low price point. We're in the same communities as McDonald's. 80% of our trade areas are shared with a McDonald's, much less for an IHOP, Denny's, and even a Cracker Barrel, less than 15%. So our
average check size?
$13 with an average. It's $13. The average check per person is $6.50 though. So if you think about that, for about the same as what you'd pay through a McDonald's experience, you can come and have a great, delicious sit-down meal in one of our restaurants.
Why did you come on the show today?
To promote our brand.
Oh,
and
to
see if I could get you. I wanted to get you into the Huddle Club. I'll give you an official Huddle Club hat here. You're probably not an avid hunter, but you may want to participate and be one of the Huddle Club members.
Yeah, it's a camouflage hat.
It is a camouflage hat. That's right.
You think I'm going to wear this on Fox Television?
I don't know. Probably not.
Go on.
Are we at the end of the segment?
Quiet on the set. How much will you give me to wear it?
What's it worth to you? Free smothered biscuit platter.
Stuffed hash brown for life. I'll wear it for the stuffed hash brown.
Deal.
Michael Apt, I think you're all right, and thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Huddle House guy.
He suddenly disappeared. You got it. Good job.
I'll have the hash browns, y'all.